Mark Schoenster and Eric Dobransky with you here.
The matchups are going to begin in the wide areas. Who can win and influence the wide areas? Winning those individual duels will then thin out the midfield area and open that central space to attack and be threatening. And that's going to be something for Sacco and Margarita. Can they show that threat to FC Tulsa here early on?
It'll be Phoenix Rising in the red, the home black uniforms for FC Tulsa. Our officiating crew today led by Rodrigo Albuquerque. Here at Hurricane Track, the home of the University of Tulsa. We are underway between FC Tulsa and Phoenix Rising in this third round clash. I'll have to account for this win when supplying the service. Margarita loops it in, parried off. Second effort, straight to the goalie. Perhaps a third attempt. This one straight down the middle again.
And key saves here, first on the header, and then the inability to make a play on some of these second and third actions defensively, and finally getting a touch.
Falls to the right-hand side, and Rakowski had to deal with it again.
Corner kick FC Tulsa.
The wind blowing towards goal on this side, so really got to target that one probably right around the penalty marker just to bend it in, maybe even further. They'll go short this time. This one, a low ball, decided to just bypass it going through the air. Now it's up.
Winning that space and making sure that you're influencing and impacting how the opponent has to adjust. And Margarita has been fantastic.
Cheryl Margarita, not afraid to take on two defenders at once along the touchline. And it frees up some space otherwhere. This shot from Montgomery.
And just the explosive nature that Margarita plays with. Explosive attack of Margarita on that right side has been positive for Phoenix Rising.
Now Okello driving forward. A lot of real estate in front of him. Okello lays it off. Cutting inside Osako, back to Okello! And another diving challenge. Glances the shot wide.
Corner kick, Phoenix.
Last-ditch defending, a premium in this game for FC Tulsa.
And just high-quality play from both these teams because the attack from
Phoenix opting to go vertical. Opavievu to the right-hand side for Cabral. Booted away nicely by Lamar Batista. So there's the halftime whistle. They have been a unit that has ridden on the I guess the saddle of a good defensive performance game after game.
Can they get the quality and delivery and the numbers and the traffic to cause chaos?
Rakowski punches it away. Here's a volley. Not a bad look. And we were told a couple years ago when he played for Lou City's academy team, he hit a volley that was even better than that strike he scored. And according to Luke Spencer, when the two of them were over there in Louisville, and he was trying to recreate it there, it seems.
Well, a player that does not lack confidence in that area, and obviously with that confidence is that technical ability. Catches that one just right, but it was always rising and didn't force Patrick Krakowski into a save.
Sacco trying to bend it. Couldn't put it on frame. Was able to shake by Harvey St. Clair.
A big big play defensively that FC Tulsa would make, whether it was the sliding intervention, whether it was a save. So then you start to get those hints of, I've got to wrap this shot around the goalkeeper. I've got to have an absolute perfect look at goal.
Avayevu squares it across the center, falls to Margarita! With some tact, Phoenix Rising breakthrough! No other man more deserving tonight than Gerald Margarita. But it took a team effort for the visitors to find the lead.
And there is that collective, and then that complement of special play.
His first full season with Phoenix Rising here. Service curling in, falls down into the 6. Not fully cleared. Oh, that was fantastic.
What a save. I mean, these are the most difficult, not even just from the standpoint of the commitment that you're going, and then going back to what you had mentioned just earlier, they're the team that now has to pick their moment. Do they open themselves up and make themselves available to a counter when they're pushing numbers? This is a good opportunity developing.
Slowed for a second. Now a shot towards goal. Patrick Rakowski diving and saving. Continually finding herself in this situation. Only Margarita from the left corner flag. Service dips down and out for a goal kick.
We've talked about their loud interventions in their defensive third, but right now they are far too easy to play through. You could see Phoenix.
You've got Khalil Ahmedkar and Stefan Lukic subbing in.
For FC Tulsa, number 22, Stefan Lukic. Coming out, number 21, Alex DeLu.
So Stefan Lukic subs in for Alex DeLu. And Khalil Ahmedkar, he will step in for Harvey St. Clair. Ahmedkar, along with Lukic.
Is something that's very important for Phoenix Rising team that wants to see this game out.
Calhera shoots, lacking some danger accuracy-wise, straight down the middle. Needed to pick a side.
Terrific threaded ball in space for Calhera, unable to make the contact necessary to beat Rakowski. Vital to seeing this game out if it continues to stay at a 1-0 advantage.
Serrato out to Lukic. Struggling to get by. Service bending in, knocked out. They're gonna say it's a challenge from behind by Cabral. He's already been given a yellow. And it's a second yellow card. Remy Cabral sent off, which means although they're up a goal, they are down a man. And that frustration yellow card after the fact, coming back to bite Remy Cabral. Ball served inside, falls through for Lukic! Tulsa have been knocking, and they find the equalizer. Long sought, but not too late.
And when you get collective numbers running into the box.
Gerald Margarita, what can he do? Margarita tries one, knocked away by Peñaranda.
Moments of regular time. Can you bring?
And after 90+ minutes, we have got bonus soccer in Tulsa. 1-1 your scoreline. but it is not 11 v 11 on the pitch. The potential for penalties is now looming over your head. He says, I get tired of saying it, but we still want to follow our process and stick to our game regardless of whatever context is added to a match. Every match is different, don't get me wrong, he told us, but we have a way to meet the demands of the game. As this header, wow, what a save!
Been treated to an outstanding matchup in both boxes from both goalkeepers. Both of them coming up big in different situations. Helps flip this result.
Here he is again. Dom. Knocked away. Margarita essentially boxing it out for Skiers. Now it's Gerald Margarita. What can he do here? Got Okello running. Margarita fires! Not too difficult for Peñaranda. He had a decision to make there. And he opts to try to test the goalkeeper himself from beyond the 18.
And you could see the fatigue in Okello, the run that he just made from that deep midfield position. Pamadou Ka pleading with him to get back into position, but you can understand the fatigue that it just took for that run and that commitment.
Dom with the ball across, headed up by Marboy. Dom keeps it in bounds. Spinning inside for Calhera. And getting there is Rakowski. No one there to pick up the pieces. At least not immediately. Here's an effort. That had a ton of pace on it. Taking one for the team there. Braxton Montgomery on the end of it. At least the receiving end of it.
And just as we talk about when players pick up a yellow, that you want to go test them right away, you want to do the same thing when you see a player fatigued. So if you're matched up with Okello, why not try to win your matchup?
Still in the mixer. Oh, that header needed to be better for Tulsa. So much goal in front of him.
Yeah, those matchups, you want to force your defender into this.
Another pacing effort. Deflected out for corner. But that's actually going to be the end of the period. No added time, which means 15 minutes have transpired, 15 more left to go.
Because all the recovery, all the prep for the next match is going to feel a heck of a lot better if you're advancing to the fourth round.
So after some exhausting runs there in the first extra time period, Noble Okello subs out and the young Jamison Ping subs in. Batash taps out to Lukic. He returns the favor. Face off Batash. Still with it. Cutting cross. Falls over to the left-hand side. But all it takes is one to be on point. Emil Quaisho floats it up. Puffs along! And a diving header just beyond the reach. A nearly dramatic goal for Phoenix Rising. Now FC Tulsa driving down the other direction. This one finds Lasso. Stefan Lukic. Back out to Lasso. His service. Clear it away. Time ticking away here. FC Tulsa definitely the side that would like to see this one through before the whistle sounds. Phoenix Rising have just been hanging on here in extra time. Driven ball, falls inside off the post. Second effort, scuffled.
Mark, is there anything that we have not seen in this match so far? We have seen big saves. We have seen crucial defensive interventions.
Margins off target. Here they go again.
You have to make first contact.
Not out of the woods yet, now cleared away. It's a point to the spot. It glanced off an arm. FC Tulsa with the prime opportunity to win this before penalties with a penalty.
This ball delivered far post.
What does he opt to do here? It's saved by Rakowski! Diving to his right. He punches it off target. Emotional turmoil in this game for Phoenix Rising, coming in many forms. They go down a man. They lose their advantage late in regular. And now the whistle sounds. Well, at least we assume it's being sounded for penalty kicks.
That's the end of the second period.
So we're gonna step aside again here. One-on-one with Rakowski. Right now the hero for Phoenix for even making it this far. El Medkar, and it's stopped by Rakowski. 2 of 2 in this game. Phoenix Rising, up to this point, have had to hang on down a man to take this penalty kick. And Quaisho skips it to the right side. With that, the visitors have the advantage.
And it's the deception of his approach, the little pause there.
And he skies it. It's all coming undone for FC Tulsa.
Just puts his right foot through it.
It's JP Scarce. And Scarce rips it through. Arthur Rogers, a player that's growing as a leader on this team this season. Can he be the spark for FC Tulsa? And he gets it through. They needed someone to convert one.
And that's the response that FC Tulsa needed. They needed Arthur Rogers to step up.
Walls blasts it home. All Phoenix need now is for one thing to go in their way. One miss, one save, or one more finished pen, and they're moving on.
Just a punishing strike from Walls. It's always one of those risks when you go central. But when you go with that kind of commitment and that kind of ruthlessness.
Colley to keep the run alive. And Colley buries it. Giordano Colley plays 120 minutes and keeps his team alive.
And the kind of composed finishes that FC Tulsa is begging for right now.
Now for Phoenix, number 6,
going penalty for penalty. You know when you come into these penalties that as a goalkeeper you're going to have to make a save. And it starts with one.
And they're going to need one here. Tulsa, Carl Saint could put this one away for Phoenix. 22 years old, the Haitian midfielder. He's given the go-ahead. It's ultimate resilience for Phoenix. Down a man, no problem. They're on to the 4th round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
Thank you for coming out and support at the Hurricane Soccer Stadium.
For another 30 minutes, including facing a penalty.
Thanks for attending tonight's match.
And yet they remain, and they're still standing.